Hi, this is Susie. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season. I hadn't put any videos up during that time because it was just super hectic around my house. So what I'm doing is I am making my own stitching on the pattern papers using a white Uniball gel pen and a black Jelly Roll gel pen. Just showing you the different pens I used and how I did it. So I just put the ruler on there. I lined it up so that all my stitching was even, and it makes it super easy and to do it that way. So I got this scrapbook kit as a download on Etsy. I paid $6 for it. It was on sale, 50% off. I'm not sure if it still is, but I will leave a link in the description box so that you guys can go check out the scrapbook kit. I just loved it. There's so many beautiful elements in this kit that you get, and you just print it out and cut it out and you're good to go. So I'm just putting the glue on there and gonna line them up kind of kitty corners. You'll see what I mean here in just a second. Alrighty, so I just putting double-sided tape on there, and I'm going to stick that down kind of kitty corner, making sure that my bottom piece is straight. And lay that on like that, and then I'm going to grab the other one and put some double-sided tape on it also. I'm just using the ATG gun. And this one I'm going to turn the other direction. There you go, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my cutting table and I'm going to trim those so that the bottom piece is my straight piece. And you see I just trimmed those edges off, which gives me my base. And I am just pulling out some elements because what I did was I printed out a bunch of them and then cut them out and then just kind of go through several of them, trying to figure out how I want to embellish this card front. And that's what I'm doing now. That's just how I do it. I just pull out a bunch of stuff that I think will work and just kind of play around with it till I can figure out how I want it exactly. And I'm just going to let this play for a little bit so that you guys can kind of watch my process of elimination, how I figure out what I want to do on here. Alrighty, well, I'm going to stop talking and play some music. Okay, so I got all my pieces that I decided on, and first I'm going to use some black ink and a dauber, and I'm going to go around all the edges of the decorations with some black ink. And sorry that my hand's a bit out of the frame at the moment. All I'm doing is just going around all the edges of all the little elements. There we go. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going around all the edges just to finish them up, and they look a lot nicer, I think. It really does make a difference. The little touches do. And getting all in all the little nooks and crannies. And it doesn't matter what black ink you use or what color ink you use for that matter. They all work just as well as any. This little leaf piece was a little challenging, but it came out alright. Sorry about the jigger, the shaking of the camera too. It's right off to the side of me, and trying to not bump it every once in a while is really hard for me not to do. So again, I'm just getting in all those little nooks and crannies. And now I'm going all around the edges of all the rest of the goodies there. And I love this scrapbooking kit. It is so pretty, and it's got so many different elements to it that disguise the limit, you know. And now I'm going around the edges of the piece that we put together earlier. And again, I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of camera. I'm just getting in around all the edges, and I didn't ink it up before I glued it on, and I wish I would have, so I went ahead and I went in with some ink here, and then I also went around the edges and kind of smokied it in a little bit, so it's got like a highlight in the center where I'm going to put the main piece. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just, there we go, sorry about that. So you can see I did some smokiness all the way around, and kind of left the center alone. Sorry about that, trying to get the camera straight. Okay. Alrighty, so now I'm just using a clear glue to glue it all down. Well, as soon as I get the clog out of the tip of it anyways. And I'm going to glue that. And this is actually a smaller piece of the same background that I did the main bottom piece with, which I thought looked really cool there in the center. Kind of brought it all together, I thought. And that's the cool thing, you know, you can print them out in any size you want. And that's how I got the smaller butterflies than the other pieces also. I just printed them out smaller. And I wanted to pull the leaves out a little bit more, so and the butterflies I folded up so that they're dimensional, and just put the glue right on the just right down the center of the butterfly. Okay, so now I've got all of the elements done and all inked up, and I put some double-sized sticky tape, and I'm putting it on a 5x7 black cardstock card base, and that is almost it being done. We're going to add some bling now. Okay, so I got some sticky little crystals, and I'm going to put those in the center of the butterflies, bringing one of them just past the top, representing the head of the butterfly. I'm going to do that on both of them. And now I'm going to cut a strip of just one strand of the little sticky crystals, and I'm just cutting that off of the roll that I have and making it into just one. And I'm going to go around where there's the picture of the little diamonds on the flower. I'm going to put those circling the center of it. And it turned out so pretty. I loved it. I'm going to definitely have to do this again on another, when I do something like this again, because I just really liked the way it turned out. It turned out really pretty. And then I was trying to think about what I wanted to do for the center of the flower, and I thought about the little perler beads, or I don't know what they're called, perler beads, or they're the micro beads. That's what they're called. Anyway, so I went digging around to try to see if I could find some micro beads, and while I'm looking, I will be right back. Alrighty, so what I'm doing is I'm going to put some clear glue, kind of fill up the little cavity there in the center of the little crystals on the flower, and then I'm just going to pour some little micro beads on there, and kind of press them down into the glue, and clean it up so they don't have any runaway little beads everywhere. But anyhow, and that's the card, and it turned out so cute. I just loved. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this card, and I hope you guys have an awesome crafty day. Alright, well, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.